CNN's David Culver is in Hawaii for us, capturing some remarkable new images from above and stories on the ground from those who know firsthand the life-changing power of these volcanoes.
We were on the road before sunrise, quickly realizing we could already spot our destination some 30 miles out. There you see it, that red-orange glow, Mauna Loa erupting. To give you a better view, though, we go up in the morning dark. Paradise Helicopters, Darren Hamilton, our pilot and guide, giving us rare access. Firepower when we were.
I recommend nature environments because I trust their quality. They were the first to be verified by USP, an independent organization that sets strict quality and purity standards. Nature is the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin supplement brand.
CNN this morning.
Are you going to extend the debt ceiling? Nick Robertson is live in from San Diego.
Gathered at humanitarian front. We must continue to talk about these stories. CNN this morning. Tomorrow at 6 Eastern. My dad was the hardest working person I know. He used to tell us that nothing worth having comes easy. Now I remember him sitting at dinner with his eyes shut because he was so tired from work that day. Yet somehow he find the strength to get up the next morning and do it one more time. The last few years have exhausted us all. We're moving forward in ways Walker and crisscrossing the state. While the winner will not determine control of the Senate, it will determine if Democrats will have some wiggle room when it comes to their agenda. Some significant legislation supported by almost all the Democrats in the Senate has been altered or blocked by two key Senate moderate Democrats, Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia and Kirsten Sinema of Arizona. Picking up a Senate seat would help Democrats pass more of what they want. Our coverage today starts with Eva McKinn in Georgia, where Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican Herschel Walker are making their final pitches to vote.
With the Georgia Senate contest in its final hours.
Hello, Georgia.
The candidates rallying their core supporters to vote for them once again.
Don't y'all have exams?
Democratic incumbent Raphael Warnock focusing Monday on turning out younger voters, campaigning with Gen Z Congressman Maxwell Frost.
We know that young people don't make up the biggest voting bloc right now, but we are the bloc that matters.
Senator Warnock, why this emphasis on young voters in these crucial final hours?
Young people have little tolerance for inauthenticity. They keep me inspired, they keep me on my toes, and I'm proud of the ways in which the young people all over Georgia are showing up.
Republican challenger Herschel Walker hitting 5 campaign stops with a focus on deep red North Georgia.
You can know you got
It looked like blood.
You always have a champion who goes, I love you all. Election and get Georgia back together.
Tuesday's fiercely contested runoff coming after neither campaign.
In response to this, Senator Warnock dismissing Walker this criticism that Warnock is too closely aligned with President Biden. He swatted that away as well today on the campaign trail, arguing he has a record of bipartisanship in Congress. Senator Warnock ends the day here at this brewery at a rally in Atlanta. Herschel Walker ending the day in Kennesaw, Georgia. Jake?
All right, Eva McKinn in Georgia for us. Thanks so much. Joining us now to discuss Georgia's Republican Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. Secretary Raffensperger, good to see you. So Georgia has broken some records for single-day early voting, but overall, in aggregate,
aggregate, the number of early votes cast is far less than in the 2021 runoff, because this runoff has had fewer days of early voting. Doesn't that suggest that this new law is hurting the cause of enfranchisement and encouraging as many Georgians as possible to vote?
Well, actually, Jay, 4 years ago, I was in a runoff and we had 1.5 million total votes show up. Already we're at nearly 1.9 million, over a million probably tomorrow. So we'll be at 3 million. So I think we're still going to have strong turnout. And historically, not the same number of people show up for runoff as show up for the general race. But we've had strong one-day totals. Tomorrow we'll have strong turnout. The county will have all of their precincts open. We really worked hard to keep those lines short. And we're expecting strong turnout tomorrow. And we think that we'll keep the lines short. And people will be moving through there. And people will exercise the vote. We actually already had 80,000 people that voted in this runoff that didn't vote for Paul at all. So that's what you really see. The people that were kind of sitting back and watching things are getting engaged in this race. So you think both sides are energized?
Herschel Walker criticized you and newly reelected Georgia Governor Brian Kemp after the November 2020 election, criticized you two for certifying Georgia's election results for Joe Biden. Is your office prepared if Walker does not accept the results of this election?
Oh, absolutely, because we're going to do an audit of this race. We've already talked to the counties about doing that. We did one for the fall race. We've also did one back, obviously, in 2020. But we do risk limiting audits on the statewide race, and this one will be, obviously, the only one left will be the Central race. We'll verify that the count was accurate and that the votes, are what the votes are.
Right, but of course you did that after the 2020 election, and it didn't satisfy Donald Trump, and Herschel Walker wouldn't retweet Trump's election lies after November 2020, and then he spread false theories about voter fraud in Georgia. Do you think someone like that belongs in the Senate?
Well, I think now that people have had the facts, have time to really look at it. I wrote a letter to Congress and wrote a book really clarifying all the facts, and the facts are out there. But tomorrow, we just want to make sure that we're going to get focused on this election, making sure that the voters have the opportunity to vote. We get those results posted quickly at the end of the day, and we will do an audit to verify who won this race. And at the end of the day, we expect whoever that is will abide by the results, because the voters will speak tomorrow.
Your governor, Brian Kemp, has obviously forgiven Walker because he's out there campaigning with him. He started a new ad to drum up support and turnout for him. Would you campaign for Herschel Walker if you were not Secretary of State serving this role as the top election official?
Well, I'm Secretary of State, so that's hypothetical. I do know the governors out there, and I saw the governor's ad, which is a fantastic ad. Take off my SOS hat, put on my partisan hat, and that's the kind of ad that really will energize Republican voters to get out and vote. But likewise, I know that the other side is doing the same thing. So, like I said, I'm going to keep my Secretary of State hat on right now, because that's what we're pretty tasked to do, to make sure I stay in my lane. But we're going to make sure we have an honest and fair election. And I fully expect, at the end of the day, that people on both sides will abide by the results. Because this is the people speaking on who they want to be their next U.S. Senator.
Do you think Georgia is...
Well, I think that we're a competitive state. And it really just shows you, like the governor's race and my race this fall, that we won. And we won very convincingly because we had a message that was broad-based. And I think that's really the way forward for anyone. If you build broad-based coalitions, you'll do well in the state of Georgia. And that goes all the way back to some of the senators that we've had in the past that, weren't forced into runoffs, and they won on their own merits because they had the right tone. So you look at like Senator Isaacson, look at Senator Saxby Chambliss on our side, and then also Senator Sam Cotton. Those men, were people of strong character, and they didn't have to worry about having runoff races because they had broad-based appeal. And so, at the end of the day, I think the governor and I both showed this fall, this is how you win going forward, having broad-based coalitions that can really carry a state.
All right, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, good luck to you tomorrow. I'm hoping for a event-free and smooth sailing day in Georgia. And you at home, be sure to join CNN tomorrow for our special coverage of the Georgia runoff and the results. Coverage starts at 4 p.m. Eastern and will go until we have a winner for you. Coming up, Russians fighting against Russia in one Ukrainian town, even killing soldiers from their own country to stop the Kremlin's barbaric advance. A CNN exclusive next. Plus, every family fights, but the new Harry and Meghan documentary appears to be taking the royal feud to a new level. Stay with us.
Chase with Chase Freedom Unlimited. Our 5% on our cash. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash that? Chase, make more for choice. Bye-bye call. Here, traffic.
Invested in the future of Americans. BlackRock.
Discover the Movado SE Automatic. Engineered to perfection, powered by you. More than a watch, it's automatic. Movado, discover what moves you.
Do you think this is funny? I do. Even add on your perfect match. Prime Video lets you binge hit shows, stream live sports, watch, rent, and buy additional movies. And even add on other streamers like Discovery Plus. So much to love in one app. Wow. See where it takes you. Prime Video.
Did you know you can get discounts on your meds even if you don't have a Medicare prescription drug plan? It's true. All you have to do is go to singlecare.com, type in your prescription, and then present the coupon to your pharmacist. It's that simple. Not to mention, it's free. SingleCare is accepted by major pharmacies across the country, and it works for everyone, whether you have insurance or not. Next time you need a prescription filled, go to SingleCare to make sure you get the best price. Visit singlecare.com and start saving today. Take a picture.
Yep, just got the new iPhone 14 with its major camera at T-Mobile. Wow!
At T-Mobile, get 4 iPhone 14s on us and 4 new lines for $25 alone. For people who love their vehicles, there's only one name on their holiday list. WeatherTech. Laser-measured floor liners that fit perfectly in the front and rear. Seat protector to guard against spills and messes. Cargo liner, bump step, and no-drill mud flaps to protect the exterior. And cup foam keeps phones secure and handy. Shop for everyone on your list with American-made products at WeatherTech.com. Closed captioning brought to you by Mesobook.com.
We offer a free book on mesothelioma. Call for the free book and receive so much more. Call 1-831-3700.
And Ukraine this winter is all about survival. A new wave of Russian bombing targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure has put the country on the brink of a humanitarian disaster, as millions of innocent Ukrainians could potentially face winter without electricity or heat or running water. CNN's Sam Kiley is in Kramatorsk for us with a CNN exclusive on how some Russians are now volunteering to fight with Ukrainians against the Russian army.
Caesar is Russian. He's taking a break at a monastery from fighting Russians in nearby Bakhmut. It's a relief from scenes like this, Bakhmut's Ukrainian field hospital. He's been defending this Ukrainian town from Russia's most intense assault along an 800-mile front. Artillery duels and trench warfare have almost destroyed Bakhmut as Russia throws its army at a bid for victory after months of defeats to the north and south. Defending Bakhmut against his Russian motherland is a religious imperative for Caesar. The fighting is very brutal now, he says. There are very few prisoners.
When you see those Russians in your gun sights, what do you think and what do you feel?
I believe that these people who have broken the law of man and the law of God, I have no pity for them. I take them prisoner if I can, but most often I just have to kill them.
So have you killed a lot of your countrymen?
A dozen and a half.
This is the remains of a Russian Orthodox monastery. Now, for Vladimir Putin, the Orthodox Church is absolutely central to his vision of the Russian world. For some Russians, though, that's a world they don't want to live in. Indeed, they don't want it to survive.
Ukraine's Orthodox Church broke with Moscow 3 years ago. This is all that's left of a rebranded Ukrainian Orthodox St. George's Monastery after 9 months of war.
Putin says that he defends the traditional values, yeah? And that's the result of his defending. Ruins of monastery.
mercenaries from Russia's Wagner company, many of them convicted criminals. It's obvious, he says. When private companies hire criminals and convicts, imagine. A man kills once and they put him in jail, then he kills a second time and he becomes a repeat offender under the law. Then he gets let out of jail and given a gun. That's not a person, that's a beast. After a former Wagner deserter, Yevgeny Nushin, was murdered in a video that was praised by Wagner's boss, Yevgeny Prigozhin, Vinny is in no doubt how he would be treated if captured. It'll be the end, 100%, but it'll just be more painful. The Russian Legion does claim to be in the hundreds, and it says many more back home are trying to join Ukraine's army. Alongside their Ukrainian allies, the Russian Legion is focused on the battle for Bakhmut. The aim of the war after is more ambitious. He says, I'm doing my military and Christian duty. I defend the Ukrainian people. And when Ukraine is free, I will carry my sword to Russia to free it from tyranny.
Now, Jake, Bakhmut has been the centre of the most ferocious fighting since at least the fall of Kherson, if not before that, more than about a month ago. And one of the interesting things, I was just speaking in the last 24 hours to an American volunteer who's bang on the front line, to excuse the pun, in Bakhmut, and he said the incredible thing is that the Russians are sending out wave upon wave of infantry. He's talking about killing 30 to 40 men a day, and every now and again somebody gets through and takes over a house, and they slowly moving forward, gaining ground at immense cost to the Russians. And of course, the Ukrainians are suffering almost as badly too, Jake.
All right, Sam Kiley, thanks so much for that report. Coming up, new CNN reporting about Donald Trump's 2024 campaign and why even many of his allies are disappointed. This is the former president saying he essentially wants to tear up the U.S. Constitution. Stay with us.
Giving is never small, and the gift says so much. Etsy has it.
My most important kitchen tool? My brain. So I choose the Reba Plus. Unlike some others, the Reba Plus is a multitasker supporting 6 key indicators of brain health to help keep me sharp. The Reba, think there. Active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. Now, Skyrizi helps me get going. Along with clear skin, Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue in just 4 doses a year after 2 solid doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi to treat your skin and joint symptoms so you can get going. Learn how happy can help you save. Who's on it with Jardians?
We're the ones getting it done.
We're managing type 2 diabetes. And Harvard.
We're on it with Jardians.
Join the growing number of people who are on it with the once-daily pill, Jardians. Jardians not only lowers A1C, it goes beyond to reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults with type 2 diabetes and no heart disease. And Jardians may help you lose some weight.
Jardians may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, congenital yeast or urinary tract infections, or rare life-threatening bacterial infections in the skin of the perineum can occur. Stop taking Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardians will supply urea weakness and can cause low blood sugar.
Once-daily pill that goes beyond lowering A1C?
We're on it. We're on it. We're on it with Jardians.
Ask your doctor about Jardians.
My signal is totally ghosting.
Tis the season to switch to Verizon.
This holiday season, Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro, plus Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit from all on us. And unlimited plans for everyone starting just $35 a line. Verizon.
Did you know your health is more to do with your zip code than your genetic code?
Doesn't seem fair.
We agree. But where you live determines access to doctors, green spaces, and fresh food.
That's why we grow our own.
Smart. We don't think it's right that some people are healthier than others just because of where they live. That's why we're delivering food to areas with less access to it and helping schools teach kids about gardens.
I wish they taught gardening in my school.
You would have aced it. Introducing LMS Health, where health can go.
What will you do? something better. Create something new. Our Dell Technologies advisors can provide you with the tools and expertise you need to bring out the innovator in you. Tomorrow, Warnock, Walker to Georgia runoff, the final election of a surprising midterm season. Do Democrats continue to defy the odds? Can Republicans regroup? The election night in America continues tomorrow at 4.
Sure, you can get data everywhere, but you have to use it all the time. That's not really it. With TrackBird, you can get great coverage on the most reliable 5G network in America for a lot less. Plans start at $15 a month, no contract. TrackBird.
Everything we do starts with a great idea that we turn into an innovation. We widely license our patented technologies to advance entertainment everywhere. And that's why ideas will always be at the heart of audio.
CNN this morning. Tomorrow at 6 Eastern.
In our politics lead allies, former President Trump saying that they're worried about the lackluster start to his third campaign for the White House. Nearly 3 weeks after he launched his latest bid, Trump has yet to hold a public rally in an early voting state or even leave his home state of Florida, baffling many who experienced the frenetic pace of his previous campaign. CNN's Kristen Holmes is following this press conference. What are you hearing from these Trump allies about why they're worried?
Well, Trump allies and advisors say that while they do believe that Trump is the indisputable frontrunner in 2024, this isn't really a time he can squander, particularly given that there are so many Republican heavyweights who seem more than interested in knocking Trump off of his throne. And this inactivity in the campaign has many of his allies wondering, is Trump's heart really in it? Are we going to see some kind of surge, new energy in 2023, or is Trump not going to be able to meet this new political environment? And just when you look at the campaign and what's happened since, there have really only been 3 notable events. The first one was one that was unintended and actually dreaded by Trump's team, and that was Attorney General Merrick Garland announcing a special counsel to oversee those investigations into Trump. And Trump's announcement actually seemed to be the catalyst for that. The other was a dinner with a white supremacist and a neo-Nazi, and the other one after that was Trump calling for the termination of the Constitution. I want to read to you what one former Trump advisor told Gabby Moore, our colleague who worked on this story with me. They said, so far, he's gone down to his bedroom, made an announcement, gone back up to his bedroom, and hasn't been seen since, except to have dinner with a white supremacist. Again, this was a former Trump advisor. And when you talk about those GOP heavy hitters who are looking to knock Trump off of his throne, part of the reason we were told by some of these sources that he announced so early was in order to freeze the field, and that has really had seemingly a lack of impact in that effect. Just days after his announcement, the Republican Jewish coalition, a number of Republicans came out, several of them just lashing out at Trump's other former allies, indicating that they were willing to take him on in 2024. I think I will note that according to the campaign, this is all intentional. They are taking a breather and planning for the next 2 years, and that, of course, is a plan that these allies are looking forward to seeing.
All intentional to go from the Republican Jewish coalition convention to a dinner with 2 Holocaust deniers. Sure, that makes perfect sense. Kristen Holmes, thanks so much. Staying in the politics, don't believe your lying eyes.
Okay, guys, that was super spicy. Towards the 20-30 mark, you could see me just having a breakdown. That was spicy, yo. You don't know spicy. I did end up finishing off camera. And that time I did this, I really didn't feel good then, because then I would feel like I was just stuffing myself, and that I was finna, but it got real spicy when you saw me pull out that milk.
We will support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. We believe in the American Constitution, our
well, my little booty, I just want to say, thank you for watching, and see you all in the next video.